so disrespectful. So disrespectful. I'm so disrespectful.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Ghetto Brown here. First videotape I'm ever making. We're gonna talk about dieting. We know it's the new year. Everybody's trying to look good this summer. You know, so that everybody's hitting the gym hopefully hard. You know, just gonna give you a couple of diet tips. You know, everybody wants to lose weight. They want it to happen fast. They want that magic pill. Shit doesn't exist. So forget about the magic pill and just be prepared to put in hard work, and now it'll pay off for you. But we'll talk about dieting first. You're already stuck in a certain way that we eat, you know. Horrible foods, timing off, too many sugars, sodas, candy, you know, high fattening food. We're just gonna have to kick that aside, and we're gonna start from fresh. You know, we're not gonna just go on one of those dry diets and say, oh, I'm gonna eat broccoli all day, or, you know, I'm not gonna eat this and I'm not gonna eat that. I'm gonna avoid carbs completely. All that stuff is just crazy. It's not healthy. So what you want to do is, I'm gonna tell you what worked for me. I'm not a professional at this. I'm just gonna give you the same advice that I use for myself, and it worked. I was 257 pounds and went down to about 188 pounds until I started looking like a fucking crackhead, and it's like, nah, that's not a good look. But I did get the weight off, and then I bulked back up to about 220, which I'm at right now. But I'm gonna tell you how I did it. I was basically eating 4 or 5 meals a day, small meals. It wasn't nothing huge, you know, nothing devouring, nothing. It was like a little bowl of oatmeal with Splenda or Sweet and Low. That'll be breakfast with some water. Another 3 hours later, I'll have a snack, like some cashews, some peanuts, apples, you know, with a protein shake. Because again, I'm a pro wrestler, so I'm trying not to lose all the muscle I have. So my protein was probably at 3/4 of a pound per my body weight. For lunch, I have chicken breast and broccoli, baked chicken, grilled chicken, you know, tilapia, salmon. Get yourself a George Foreman grill. That works great. And what I was doing, I was preparing my meals the night before. So everything was ready to go when I woke up in the morning. I had me a little container, threw everything in there. I was off from my truck on my way to work. And then I eat like another snack, you know, something simple like a protein shake with, you know, a candy bar or something like that. You know, your body does need the sugar if you are going to be hitting the gym hard. Your body could use it, you know, fruit like bananas, apples, you know. And then at night, you know, I'll give my body the carbs that it needed. After I left the gym, I'll go home, have a baked potato, some steak, and, you know, I seen that as time goes on, I was losing at least 3 or 4 pounds a week, you know, but I was working out hard, and I was running on the treadmill for about an hour, and then I'll jump rope, I hit the exercise bike, I'll play basketball, I'll hit the weights as hard as I can, you know. And if my body was tired and I couldn't do it, you know, I wouldn't force myself to do it every day. I'll just do it basically about 4 or 5 times a week, and sometimes 6 if I was able to get that extra day. You know, so you just gotta be dedicated and know that, you know, it's not just the gym, it's the diet. And the diet is probably more important than the gym, if you ask me. If you eat, you are what you eat, and you'll look like what you eat, basically. And just push yourself to the limits. You know, you have to do it for you. If you're gonna do it with a partner, that's fine. But you have to know that the dedication is coming from you, and you're gonna put in the work. Nobody's gonna do it for you. You know, some people want to go and get their body chopped up and their fat snatched out of them. Bad look, bad idea, terrible idea. You know, and a lot of these pills out here is just, they just in it to make money. So they don't care if you drop dead tomorrow on them. You know, they'll just change the name of the pill and give it to somebody else. So all I'm saying is, just work hard as you can, eat right. You know, substitute certain foods, drink enough water, about 6 ounces of water with every meal. Switch from regular soda to diet soda, and try to drink only an 8-ounce can a day if you can. You know, like regular sugar, use Splenda, use Sweet and Low. and just stick to certain guidelines. Don't try to rush yourself to do it. Just take your time. Just like riding a bike. You start with training wheels. You learn how to ride the bike without training wheels. You know, you don't have to put the helmet and knee pads on and the elbow pads because now you know how to ride a bike. So just take your time. It's not going to happen overnight. You're not going to be, if you're 200 pounds and you're trying to go down to 150 pounds, it's not happening in 2 months. It's not happening in 3 months. But you can gradually get there, and the more and more you look at the mirror, you're going to be proud of the little accomplishments you're making until you get to that point where you're like, damn, you know, look what I did. So just take your time. You know, any advice, anything you need, you know, you will hit me up on Facebook, Ghetto Brown. You know, I'll put an email address up there. I'll pass you through to a couple of links if you have any questions. I'm going to do a couple of videos. You know, any questions, anything, just ask me. This is Ghetto Brown. I'm signing off.